Hi everybody, I'm Glen, Thorpe Psychic Medium, and I'm going to be doing a weekly forecast this week from Monday the 30th until Sunday the 5th of February. Now, during this week, there's going to be a few choices we're going to have to be making, and there's also going to be direction as well within which direction to take, where we're going in life, and those kind of decisions we're going to have to make within ourselves. We also have people going to be doing lots of reflecting this week as well, as in actually reflecting on themselves and what they actually want from life and where they're actually heading. There's also going to be people feeling like they're stuck or they're at a crossroads. I like to call it a temporary pause rather than being stuck. I also feel that by the end of the week we would have been working through some of these issues and there's going to be some change happening. Okay, so let me just get started as in the beginning of the week. Now, the beginning of the week, what we do have is the Two of Pentacles, which is about, do we know which direction we're going in? Do we know what change we want to make with our choices? Sometimes we need to change direction. I feel at the beginning of the week, we feel like we're going to be starting to need to change that direction more. So, and I feel like what's happening sometimes when things aren't working for you, it's time to change them. It's time to start going in a different direction, okay? More money going out than coming in, those kind of issues may be arising this week as well, okay? At the beginning, it's about like work-life balance as well, balancing life with work, or you may be having, 2 or 3 jobs, doing 2 or 3 different jobs, or which isn't working for you, so you're needing to change that direction and to go forward, okay? Now what we do have is the Seven of Pentacles is next. The Seven of Pentacles is about reflecting on what to do and how to make things work for yourself. It's about planning for your future. It's about planning for the week. What plans have we got for the week? Are we planning to sit down with ourselves and change anything or go in a completely different direction? Okay. So what isn't working for you, we need to start to plan. And the message for the 7 is don't give up. Just do not give up. Keep going with where you're going and what you're doing, okay? Because what happens then is sometimes we do come to a crossroads like the Hangman. And when we come to that kind of crossroads and we're stuck and we're feeling like, which way do I go? Do I go left? Do I go right? Why am I, what decisions have I got to make this week now? And you feel like you're a bit overwhelmed with it all. So the reason why we're actually at the crossroads is because it is a temporary pause. And what it does, it gives us that time to think, gives us that time to sit down and go, okay, what are my options? What are my choices this week? Where am I going to go? Which direction shall I take? Okay. So what happens is when we think we're stuck, we generally are not stuck. Okay. What we're actually doing is manifesting that energy, that stagnant energy within us, which is not what we want to be doing. So don't look at it like we're stuck, because we're actually not. Okay. Now, this week, it's going to be a lot of balancing. It's going to be a lot of decisions making, and it's going to be, sitting back, taking a step back sometimes, and need to do what we need to do, okay? As in, take a step back, just breathe, and work through these issues, okay? Now, with the Hangman card, it's about those sort of situations where we're not actually stuck, we're just taking it's just a temporary pause, that's all. And when we sit back, we actually start to quieten our minds down and we start to listen to what Spirit has got to say. Those messages start to come in. And when those messages start to come in, then basically what happens is we then get that direction, we get that guidance of what we need, okay? But we need to quieten this down before we can actually listen to those messages, okay? So by the end of the week, what we got is the world card starting to come up on a Thursday or Friday. The world card is about change, it's about the end of a situation, and it's all coming to a head. And basically what happens then is that this world card means the end. It means there's a new chapter waiting for us, okay? And it's time to, what will happen is we'll start to feel a bit more happier, we'll start to feel a bit more, and start to breathe a little bit more within life and within ourselves, okay? We get that little bit of relief from all these things which are going on at the beginning of the week of, what direction am I going in? Where am I going? Why isn't things working? Why, all those kind of things, okay? Because then at the weekend, what I do feel is that people are going to start to be celebrating a little bit more, okay? You may even make a few new friends at the weekend. I do feel that's going to happen for a few people. We may have birthdays to go to, birthday parties, weddings to go to. I feel like there's a few weddings coming up, and there's going to be a few surprises within that, okay? Of meeting new friends. That's what I mean by that. And then by Sunday, we've got the page, which is obviously about, it's not actually obvious actually, because people don't know what the page means. So, but the page does actually bring you news, okay? Now, the page is meaning, when it comes up, meaning more groundedness. We need to be a bit more grounded, okay? Not be so defensive. So if you're feeling like you are a little bit defensive this weekend, then it's time to pull back, calm it down, and get more grounded, okay? That way, then, what happens is, we can just relax and go out without having to feel like we're on a defensive mode with anything, okay? And the last card, what I do have, is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is if you're starting to ask questions about your own existence, i.e. your spiritual existence, of why am I here? What's the meaning of this life? I get up in the morning, I go to work, I come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and that's all you seem to be doing. And on the weekend, there's a little bit of entertainment. That's the 3D matrix that we live in. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with living like that. But if you're starting to ask these kind of questions of why am I living like this, and why am I working so hard and not getting anywhere, then what is actually happening is that spiritual awakening is starting to happen for you. This is the start of a spiritual awakening. Now, there will be a few people out there who will be starting to ask questions such as those, and not just ask those questions, but want a deeper meaning of life and where they want to go in life and what path to actually take within that life, okay? It's about your consciousness, waking up. That's what it's about. Waking up to life and to go, there's got to be more to life than just this, And what happens then is we then start to dive a bit deeper. We do some research and we start to dive a little bit deeper into our own existence and why we're here and why we're asking these kind of questions, okay? So if anything, drop me a comment in the box. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Glen Thorpe, Psychic Medium, and basically, if anything of this resonates with you, just drop me a message. That'll be brilliant, okay? If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can also do that. I also have a website, which is www.glenthorpepsychicmedium.com, and I have plenty of blogs to look through on spiritual awakenings, spiritual symptoms of awakenings. So if you feel like you're going through an awakening, you can go onto my website and have a look at the symptoms of that and decide for yourself whether you feel like you are. You can also contact me via my Facebook page or via my YouTube channel. Take care. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.